Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome to Extra Mile Educational Training. Good evening, Anuradha, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Very happy to see Priya, ma'am, on Extra Mile platform after a long time. Thank you for joining, ma'am. Thank you for this offer. We were actually missing you, but we were held up with a lot of other works and sessions. We were giving chances to new faces and talents. So thank you so much, Viju sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's introduce Miss Anuradha Ravindran.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Priya ma'am, all set?
Yes, ready, sir. Ready.
Yeah, all the best to Priya ma'am and Anuradha ma'am. Here we go.
Ms. Anuradha is a dedicated and enthusiastic primary math teacher at the Sri Ram Universal School in Hyderabad, where she works with students in grades 2 to 5. Her love for math shines through in her engaging and inclusive classroom environment. Driven by a passion for education, Ms. Anuradha transitioned from a career in IT to teaching. She embraces each day as an opportunity for learning and strives for excellence in all her endeavors. Hearty welcome, Ms. Anuradha. The stage is yours. Please proceed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. A very good evening, everyone. Greetings from Extra Mile. Am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Yes,
very much.
please,
Yes?
please. Yeah.
Extra Mile is an exclusive platform created by the founder of BTAC, Dr. Abdul Salam, for providing online and offline training. Having a good pool of resource persons, Extra Mile is resourceful to provide on-site training on demand across India. Before we begin, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam and Extra Mile Education and Training for giving me this wonderful opportunity. A hearty welcome to all the participants. As we begin this session on Decoding SAFAL, it is a true joy to have each and every one of you as a vital part of the webinar. SAFAL, the Structured Assessment for Analyzing Learning, is a competency-based assessment for all the children of grade 3, 5, and 8. As per NEP 2020, SAFAL helps to track progress throughout the school years and not just at the end of grades 10 and 12 for the benefit of all stakeholders in planning improvement to schools and teaching learning processes. All students of these grades will take examinations which will be conducted by the appropriate authority. These examinations would test achievement of basic learning outcomes through assessment of core concepts and knowledge along with relevant higher order skills and application of knowledge in real life situations, rather than just rote memorization. So before we begin with today's session, there are a few things I would like to brief you all about. Any query during the session can be conveyed through the meeting chat box. In order to have an interactive experience, you may clear your doubts by asking questions. Kindly use the virtual hand raise button and wait for your name to be called out for asking your query. I see some of you have not named yourself properly. I request you to take this time to rename yourself so that we can call out your name. The participants will have the opportunity to receive certificate only after filling up the certificate and feedback form. Your feedback is very valuable. The link for which will be shared at the end of the session. Kindly stay connected till the end of session. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome Dr. Abdul Salam. Dr. Salam is a CBSE resource person and a master trainer. He is the founder and CEO of BTAG and Extra Mile Education and Training. He has worked as the assessor of National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, Government of India. Sir, it is our indeed pleasure to have your gracious presence, and I will request you to take over the proceedings of the evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Priya ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, Viju sir, and all educators who have joined from across India and abroad. Definitely, you must be looking forward to implementing SAFAL in all the CBSE schools, affiliated CBSE schools. So last year, CBSE has successfully piloted in selected schools, and this year in all the schools. So everybody is involved this time. Last year only selected schools were involved. So the objectives or the goals of SAFAL we will come to know from Priya ma'am. She has prepared very well according to your expectations, and you can take this opportunity to make clear all your doubts and all. My Priya ma'am will show you the different types of questions and what SAFAL aims at, whether it is just comprehension or competency. See, so congratulations everybody for your efforts, your continuous efforts um, to learn, unlearn, and implement in classrooms. So thank you so much. Let us listen to Priya ma'am and take away lots of things so that the implementation will be proper. Thank you, and over to Anuradha.
Thank you, Salam sir, for the warm introduction and setting the stage for today's discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, amidst us, we also have Mr. Biju S. Pillai. Mr. Pillai is the principal of Gokulam Public School, Thiruvananthapuram. He is the co-founder of BTAN and has a vast experience in the field of education in many capacities, including being the principal of many reputed CBSE schools. Sir, we are honored to have your gracious presence amidst us. I request Mr. Biju S. Pillai to felicitate the gathering with his kind words.
Thank you, Anuradha ma'am. Respected Director Abdul Salam sir, today's resource person, CEO CBSE, COE, and best trainer awardee Priya ma'am, all other respected educators all over the country in the extra mile education platform. As usual, it's a very important topic. As our director told, last year only out of 1,000 schools the pilot run was there, and this time almost all the affiliated schools have come under the this SAFAL, and already hope that all the schools have entered also, and one particular teacher has been nominated as the trainee also, and we have already done all the relevant things. So to know more about it, we have Priya ma'am today, who will make us very clear, because all the teachers, please make sure that today's class is very important, and we are noting down all the points so that every school, as soon as the SAFAL is implementing, we will be very clear with all the relevant things. So not to waste much more time, back to the dais. Thank you, Anuradha ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your kind words. So the resource person for today's session is Ms. Priya Murali, a teaching professional with over 2 decades of teaching experience in schools in Madurai, Mumbai, and Muscat. She started her wonderful journey as a teacher at the Mahatma Montessori Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Madurai, from 1990 to 1994. She has worked with the Indian School Muscat from 2001 to 2020 as a teacher in the primary section. Currently, the principal of the Mahatma Global Gateway CAIE Madurai, peer assessor for School Quality Assessment and Accreditation SQAA by CBSE, lead auditor registered with International Registrar of Certified Auditors IRCA, and also a certified NABET assessor. Ma'am was the first person from the Sultanate of Oman to be selected as a peer assessor for SQAAUF conducted by CBSE. She has been awarded with the prestigious Best Teacher Award in 2018 by the CBSE, the only person to receive the award in the Gulf for that year. She is also the resource person for the CBSE COE and also has authored a book on experiential learning. An ardent specialist in relationship management, she has created a niche in raising the bar of performance of the teachers and students. Ma'am, it is indeed our pleasure to have your gracious presence, and now the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can I start? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Shall I share the PPT or?
No, 1 minute, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just
Sure.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Good evening, Dr. Abdul Salam, sir. Biju S. Pillai, sir. Anuradha ma'am from Hyderabad School, and participants from all schools across India. It's a, very, very proud moment to be associated with Dr. Abdul Salam, Biju S. Pillai, because as trainers, we also learn so much during this process. We learn, we unlearn, we relearn, and it's a wonderful process. And thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity once again. And I'm sure that participants will definitely understand this golden thing that CBSE is actually doing. It's a golden project that CBSE is doing. And first important thing that I would like to tell teachers, no panic syndrome, okay? You are going to just be cool. Number 2, then 3, you teach the concepts in class, okay? And you see the teaching doing the magic itself. All your students will do extremely well in the SAFAL exam, okay? And I was actually very upset today when I visited some websites. I found that there are books authored for the SAFAL examinations. It's very sad that books are authored for these examinations. I think the teacher is the best resource, and I'll just show you how to, go about doing this, right? So can I begin, ma'am? Sir, can I begin, sir, with your permission?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Madam, can you just share my, that first slide, absolute first slide? Yes, thank you.
Are you able to see it, ma'am?
Yes, fine. So now, hands, see, I believe in something very interactive, and I want every participant to learn, the takeaway should be so high. So I always believe in that learning, and unless you participate, you're not going to take away. So my first thing, as an educator, anybody asks you, what does SAFAL mean? Even if your student asks you, can you please type in the chat box, what is the full form of SAFAL? Come on, let's see who's the fastest. Come on, SAFAL, without a spelling mistake, please. Come on, let's see the fastest finger. Come on. Let's see the fastest finger. Not yet?
Not
Who
yet.
is the fastest? Yes, ma'am. There it has
Yes.
come. Elizabeth Main, fantastic. Success structured assessment for analyzing learning. Fantastic. Everybody, first as a teacher, should know the, what you call, full abbreviation of this, acronym. Okay, fantastic. Super fantastic. Now, my next question, okay. Madam, go to the next slide. Yes, see this. This was initiated in 2021, okay? And who made an announcement for this was our Honorable Prime Minister, Modi Saab, who made this announcement for the SAFAL examinations to take place at a press meet. So I had that picture, so I took that picture and put it over here, right? Fantastic. Ma'am, now go to the third slide. Go to the third slide. Now go to the third slide. Now, see this circular. I have, exactly put that circular over here, okay? Now, there are certain portions of this circular which are in red. Notice that, okay? Now, you help me to pick out those core words, how this SAFAL is going to help a school, how this SAFAL exam is going to help the teacher, how the SAFAL exam is going to help the, or what you call, parents. Okay, so just pick those core words, okay, those important words, and can you put it in the chat box? Come on, let's see who can do that right away. Come on, come on. Planning, okay,
Planning.
fantastic, Smita, fantastic, very, very good. Feedback, okay. Yes, improving teaching learning concepts, strengthen core concepts, higher order thinking, application, wonderful. Providing diagnostic information, improving teaching learning, planning, active participation, wonderful. I don't think, sir, I think this is beaten your previous platform, okay? So track learning, details of assessment, transforms education, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, real life situations, yes, Suja. Then assessment, it gives us emphasis on assessment, wonderful, wonderful. Now, let me go back to this circular. Now, just look, and a beautiful circular, whoever has drafted, I think it is Joseph Emmanuel sir who has drafted this circular. See, this aim, what does SAFAL actually aim at? See, it helps, okay, in planning improvements to schools, okay, in schools, the teaching learning process, okay. This is the primary aim. Then who will take this test? Come on, type it. Who will take the test? Which all students will take this test? Which all students? From which grades will they take this test? Come on. Nobody knows? Yes, grade 3, grade 5, grade 8. Very, very good. Only these 3 classes will take this test. Okay. Now, what will this test assess? What sort of assessment will take place through this test? What will this assess? Come on, come on. Only that point you tell me. Come on. Tell me. Yes. What will it assess? Outcomes of learning. Very good. Then what else will it do? Conceptual knowledge. Very good. Then competency. Very good. Then it drives away this rote memorization, which students and parents are normally fond of. Okay. And it's the world is now different. Please let me tell you that when we studied and all, I remember my mother used to insist, even my own mother used to insist, repeating certain lines and things from the text. All those days are gone, absolutely gone. So the emphasis will be on the core concept. It will be on the learning outcome. Now, who is responsible for this learning outcome? Who is responsible? Come on, type. Who is responsible? Teachers. Wonderful, Subhashini. So teachers are responsible for this learning outcome. And this core concepts, please understand, okay, is only the concepts are not tested. You see, the concepts are tested through asking different levels of questions. Some, wherein there could be application of knowledge in real life situations. Then there could be higher order thinking questions asked. And there is a shift, a paradigm shift, okay, in the way the questions are set. At this juncture, I want to tell you something. When my son studied in this Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, okay, and I used to meet my son's head of the department. See, I'm giving you some real life examples so that you understand the scenario. So I just casually asked him, the head of the department, as to, sir, please, I was very fond of academics right from when I was young. So I used to frequently meet my teacher, my students, professors, try to understand what their systems would be and try to, see what best I can do to improve in my school as well. So one of them, I met the head of the department, is very renowned professor, Professor Alphonse, I still remember. And he I asked him about the question paper pattern in the NTU. Okay, so he said, Madam, there was only, if you notice, there are only 5% questions which probably are linked to knowledge, and 95% of the questions are application based. And this was, I'm talking when my son did his master's so many years ago. So just to think how many years we are way behind other countries in this sort of a pattern of education. So this is one, such example. And after his examination, I just asked my son, how many years papers did you solve? I think he has solved about 19 years papers. And I asked him out of curiosity, how much, questions, how many questions were repeated in your examination paper? Can you believe not a single question has been repeated? The concepts could be repeated, but the way of questioning, the way of testing, was totally different. So we have to move to that. That is what our learnings should move towards to. Okay, this is one example. Okay, now what else does, based on this circular, please tell me, how does it help the school? How does it help the school? How does it help school? Okay, we've understood how it basically helps the teacher. How does it help the school? How does it help the school? Come on, tell me. Somebody can tell me? Who can tell me? How does it help the school? Now, yes, to get feedback. Wonderful. Feedback. Sujita, very, very good. So Sujita has the first answer. To track learning progress. Wonderful. Preeta, that's another wonderful answer. So this is how it helps school. And remember, this is like your ACER. I don't know how many schools have written ACER exam, or how many schools have taken up this asset, all these benchmarking exams. It is almost similar to those sort of exams, so where the child is not to be threatened, that, they go in here the focus should be on teaching, and the focus should be on appropriate learning. Okay, that is the thing. And what happens is, till I know of schools, okay, till 9th standard, happily some of the students sit. Okay, nobody, even the parent doesn't know what is happening to the child, all that, improving teaching pratibha, very good. So in our Indian system, we only focus on grade 10 and we focus on grade 12. So with the introduction of SAFAL, there will be a continuous evaluation from third on in grade 3, grade 5, and grade 8. Now, yes, ma'am, 1 minute. Yes. Now, what are the subjects, ma'am, don't move, okay? What are the subjects that one needs to work on? Next, is there any, what you call, special preparation that one has to do for the exam? Okay, is there a syllabus for all this? Okay, and what is the pattern of the examination? This would be probably a curiosity for all educators. I wish to tell you that if you teach your concepts well in class, okay, SAFAL will be, madam, can you go to the next slide, please?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just wait. Yeah, so SAFAL will be conducted only for core subjects. Okay, when we talk of core subjects, according to me, the core subjects are your English, your mathematics, your science, okay, are the core subjects, and even EVS. And what happens is your social and your environmental sciences come together. So, and please remember that there is no specific syllabus, please, and there is no, actually there is no such as special preparation that has to be done for this exam. And the beauty of this exam is it is not what you call that they have to learn chunks of material and reproduce this what you call chunk in the paper. It involves learning, and that in learning to be decoded, and it has to be applied in the through the questions, okay, and answers to be are in the form of 4 multiple choice questions. I will be sharing some questions with you as well. Okay, now wait, ma'am, the next one. Okay, the next question: what do you think would be the key features of this assessment? Okay, what do you think would be the key features of this? Why I'm repeatedly telling, grilling this into your head, because you should understand. See, the major person who does this work is the teacher. I always say a good school is successful not because of the principal, it is because of the teachers, because these are the teachers are the ones who do the groundwork. Okay, and so repeatedly I'm focusing on that area. So what do you think that SAFAL, what do you think now, with the brief idea that you have got from me, what do you think that this assessment will help us? How do you think that this assessment will help us? Okay, it will help us to comprehend. Very good. It will, yes, excellent. It will help us to comprehend in a better way. Knowledge, okay. Balambal, very good. Mastery of knowledge, excellent. This is the word that I was looking for, mastery. Self-reflection, very good. Where have I gone wrong? Where do I need to improve? Very, very good. Priya, then Subhashini, understanding of students, their, to move towards competency-based education, self-assessment, critical thinking. We know that standard questions we ask, that how, why, why questions are okay. All these questions which involve factual knowledge should not form a part of the question paper. Please, yes, open-ended questions, higher order question. What is the concept I've learned in every stage? Okay, then apply different techniques, use different pedagogies to get the students interested in the lesson. The HOTS, wonderful, wonderful. So that is the this thing. Now, in a nutshell, I would like to tell you, okay, what is the applying in real life situations. Case study is one of the ways in which this teaching could be worked upon, or the students could work upon. So how does it help? You should know what are the key features. It tests only core concepts. Okay, no to rote learning. 2, then for whom is this assessment applicable? Assessment is applicable to both the government schools as well as the private schools now. And at the end of it all, and sir, my humble request to you, these results are expected to come in the month of July, sir, this year. Okay, so my request to you is we will teach how to analyze these results in the month of July for the teachers, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. July we should do, sir, another session. So we can teach teachers as to what they should do to improvise for the next year's SAFAL program, sir.
Just interpretation. Okay.
Yes, sir. So school level data will be shared by the CBSE authorities, okay, for development of learning outcomes. And why do they give you this data? They give you this data so that there is continuous improvement and there is continuous hand-holding. I always believe in this concept of hand-holding. I always make somebody do the work, but I ensure that I check the work. that is called hand holding. That support, that assistance, that the way, showing the youngsters the way, the path. Madam, the next slide, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this just now I discussed with you. Okay. So it is testing core concepts. It moves away from rote learning. It is applicable to government, private schools. School level data will be shared for development of learning outcomes and data for continuous hand holding and improvement. Okay. And it's a beautiful thing, absolutely beautiful. I'll give you one more example, what happened in my school, previous school, a little later. Okay. Okay. Yes, madam. Wait, ma'am. Don't move. Okay. No. Yes. Now, what is the purpose of, you should know all this, that's where I'm repeating. What do you, of course, you read in the first circular, but I am repeating it so that you understand it in a very proper way. What do you think is the purpose of conducting the SAFAL? Can I have, what sort of measurements will take place? I want only in terms of measurement. Can you give me 3 words for what sort of measurements will take place? Can I have the teachers type? Okay. What sort of measurement will take place? What all can you measure? 3 things you can measure. Yes. Competency. Very, very good. Excellent. Sulba, Ahuja. Excellent. Then, yes, you analyze learning. Fantastic. Sajita, very, very good. Conceptual understanding, very good. So competency-based learning. So what happens is, you motivate the teachers to work towards competency-based learning. I'll show you also where to take it from, so nothing to worry. I've done an extensive research. Okay. Then to measure school performance based on key competencies. Okay. And identify areas of support, intervention, and remedial action. Okay. I don't like this word remedial action also. Wherever possible, how will you support the child to become better in that competency? That is what this SAFAL wants you to do. Nothing more than that. One line, no need of this long seminar also. One line. Okay. So, yes, ma'am, can you move? So just see what all does it do. Okay. What is the purpose of, SAFAL is to collect reliable data. Okay. You collect reliable data based on competencies. Okay. Then now next, you've got reliable data. You measure school performance based on these key competencies. Then school management can use this data that is available, okay, for different kinds of support that has to be provided for the system in terms of the students as well as the teachers. Sometimes it could be appointment of new teachers. Sometimes it could be, investment in infrastructure, to make learning more dynamic, to make learning more, understandable, that should be the cornerstone of the educational system, right? Now, the next one. Madam, don't move. Okay.
Yeah.
So, no. 1 minute, sir. No. Now, next. I want you to type, okay? How schools can use SAFAL? How schools can use SAFAL? Somebody has written multisensory learning. Excellent answer, actually. Very good. Smriti Swami, again. Wonderful answer. Individual data. What is my core strength? What is my core weakness? Where should I improve? Okay, to become better. Okay. What are the things that a school, how will the school benefit because of this SAFAL? Yes. Okay. Self-assessment. Wait, don't hurry. Identifying learning gaps. Wonderful. The two teachers have written this, answer. 1 minute, I'm just trying to, it just goes, but it goes. Okay. Then, so you identify the learning gaps, you bridge the gap. See, just the identifying will not do. You have to bridge. And how will you do this bridging? It could be in small groups. Somebody has put that also in the chat box. Then we can identify the different learners, how to perform still better, regular monitoring, remedial teaching if needed. Ritu Jose has written that. Understanding the weakness of the students. Gibbs, wonderful, wonderful. So, building confidence, lovely, lovely, lovely. Not branding the child, okay? Here, finding out where he has to improve. Now, I may be bad in tables. Through this assessment, I get to know that the teacher gets to know I'm bad in tables. So the teacher has to help me to improvise in the tables. That is all SAFAL is asking you to do. Identify the competency, work on that competency, and help the child to become better. That is the what you call PDCA cycle. That's it. Yes. One-to-one session. Wonderful. Involve parents. Wonderful. Yes. I'm coming to that involving parents little later. Okay. So you identify the gap. Modify teaching methods. Sajita Nair. Wonderful. Wonderful. Focus. Okay. Then identify the limitations of teaching. Improve the confidence. Wonderful. Superb. Superb. So after identifying the gap, what is the next thing that now already the answer has come even before asking the question. After you have identified the learning gap, what is the next thing that you will do? What is the next thing that you will do? You will bridge the gap. How will you bridge the gap? How? Changing the style. Wonderful, Preeta. You change the style. In other words, you do an adjustment to the curriculum. Okay. You change the methodology. Okay. You adjust the curriculum in such a way that and you adjust the teaching, you adjust the method, you based on the improvement needed. Okay. Now you have identified the gap. You have identified the curriculum adjustment. Then what is the next thing that you need to do? What is the next thing that you need to do? Who should you focus on? Only students? Only students? Yes, teaching strategies. So what do you have to do for teaching strategies? What do you do? Train teachers. Wonderful. So help teachers, like how you are participating in a professional development workshop like now. Train teachers towards professional development. Wonderful. Planning, training, all that comes. Now, does training just like that come? Or, all this planning and all just like that come? What do you need for this training? What is that you need for planning? I want to do certain things in my school. I want to do certain things in my school. No. Think a little more. See, I want to do certain things in my school. No, I'm not talking of the method. Please, deviate a little more. Have a much broader thing. I need to do certain things in my school. How do I do the training? How do I do the training? Shall I give a clue? It's no. Nobody has got near to the answer. No. Support the teachers with the workshop. What do you do to support the teachers? I want that word. What will you do? How will you support? No. Nope. Now for training, what is that you need? Now you are taking part in this training program. What is that you need to give to this platform? What is that you need to give to this platform? I am quite surprised. Okay, you go to a shop to, money. Finally, somebody has written. Vijay Lakshmi Nachiyar. Yes, you need money. Okay. So the school has to allocate certain amount of resources in its annual budget. Okay. To train the teachers. They cannot simply get away with training, without doing the training. Okay. Now I have taken care of teachers. I have taken care of my students. Who is the next person who has to be taken care of? Who is the next person to be taken care of? Parents. Wonderful. Wonderful. All of you all. Fabulous. Big group has answered parents. Excellent. Excellent. So next, these results which are published by the CBSE, I request you to call the parents individually and share the reports exclusively with the parents, because nowadays the parents are equal stakeholders in our educational process. Okay, equal stakeholders, believe me. Okay, so share this with the stakeholders, okay, and get their support also to in this process. And it doesn't stop over here. See, for next exam, the next year's exam, you should be planning. So how are you, continuously planning? So that long-term planning also, SAFAL helps in this sort of long-term planning for schools, right? Madam, the next slide, please. Yes, so this is what I just discussed. I want you to pay attention again. It will help us to identify learning gaps. It will help us adjustment in curriculum, to teach the appropriate method, to teach the right pedagogy, to teach the interesting, to teach in an interesting way, to introduce motor skills, to take care of visual, kinesthetic, auditory learners, to think about, to teach children to think about metacognition, to all this, to teach children reflection. All this should be a part of your curriculum adjustment. As I very rightly, I'm very proud of each one of you. Yeah, I wish to tell you that even at this age, I go for one sort of a training, every year, to ensure that I get newer ideas to implement in my curriculum. So my request to you all teachers is, irrespective of the time schedules that you have, or try to do some short course that will enhance you, to help you in this career of yours. Then resource allocation is not your duty, it is the job of your school. Okay, yes. Then stakeholder engagement, be very truthful to your parents. Don't hide from your parents what your child is not, what your student is not good at. Please be honest to the parent. The deliverables should be right in front of him. Yes, that we have done this. This is where your child actually stands. The teacher should have the guts or the courage to intimate to the parent directly, formally, informally, in a friendly manner, whichever manner you choose, depending upon the needs and the sensitivity of the parent at large. Okay, then long-term planning. Your planning does not finish after the SAFAL examination, which is going to be conducted now. It has to be ongoing, it has to be continuous, it has to be because see, I always tell this, a very important thing. Everybody cannot be a teacher. One line I will tell you. Yours is a chosen profession, gifted to you by God, because God cannot be everywhere, so he created teachers. This is what my first principal taught me, Mrs. Premlata Paneerselvam. She taught me this, and I've been following this to my truest of commitment. So please, whatever little work you do, please do it with absolute sincerity and absolute dedication. Now, this long-term planning should be a part, reflect on the correct, whenever you conduct a formative assessment, be very honest, take record down all the test marks very properly, because finally we have to give the correct parameters, I mean, the correct feedback to the child as well as the parent for improvement, right? Now, okay. What is, madam, don't move. What is the role? What is the role of teachers and school principals? What do you think? I'm a principal of a school. How do you think that this, what is my job in, why should I, what is my role in this SAFAL examination? What should I do? What should Salam sir do? What should Biju sir do? What should he do? Okay, he's a mentor. Fantastic, Smita. Fantastic. Mentor for whom? Mentor for whom? Helping students for their learning, Pravina. Wonderful. 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 Identify students to their level. Very good. Fabulous, Subhashini. Okay, guide. Okay. I want you to think better words, and you're capable. If you're not capable, I won't bother. Okay. Gives, okay. Monitor. Wonderful. Whether it is Anil Gaura, wonderful. Whether it is being conducted as per norms. Differentiate. Creating a platform for better performance. Lovely. Superb. Resource management. Evaluate them. Lovely, lovely. So, what is my role as a principal? First and foremost, I should call for a meeting with, whenever we have those parent-teacher meetings, address the parents, okay, address the students, and familiarize them with this SAFAL. Don't threaten them, but familiarize. Yes, Sujita, to set the environment. Very good. To set the environment, okay? Then, okay, the examination is over. CBSE will send you a progress card, okay? And in this progress card, I will be showing you at a later date. In this progress card, you will come to know what are the areas of improvement and what type of classroom support that a teacher can give. Okay, you will get to know. I will show you, certain things. So just wait. Okay, and when you get this progress card also, use this as a tool for a constructive meeting with the parents. Use it as a tool, and call the parent, there's something called as chai with principal. I don't know how many of you all know. Okay. There is some, you can even introduce this chai with the coordinator. So use this as a tool, call the parents one by one, okay, and use this progress card for a constructive engagement. Don't call them for all the sports day and all that. That is fun. But a school is primarily meant for academics. Please remember that. It is not meant for, yes, holistic development is very important, but your prime job is academics. Please understand that. So this progress card should be used as a constructive tool for a proper engagement with parents. Madam, next slide. Yes. So what is my role? I just mentioned to you. I talk to these children, go class by class. I explain to them about what is going to happen in SAFAL, why is it conducted, especially you can see, but you should relate it to the children, not in a threatening way, not in a very, scary way. Tell them that such a sort of test is going to happen. Okay. Don't be this thing, be cool, write your test in a very nice manner. It is going to be multiple choice, make them aware. So you have to familiarize. Okay. Then next, card comes back, sit with the entire team sits. The first thing you can identify which are the strengths, then go for the weaknesses. Okay. So that is another thing as a team that the teachers, the HODs, the assistant vice principal, the vice principal, all of them have to do. Then this progress card, as I told you, chai with principal, chai with coordinator, whoever it is, you can have a constructive engagement with a parent. Okay. And your school should be a front runner for this. So please tell your principals that I mentioned about this. Let me tell you one more thing. A principal's role is not to just sit on the chair, okay, and administer the school from where he or she is seated. Continuously talking with parents, continuously talking with students, continuously talking with teachers, finding ways of improvement, right? So the progress card will be used as a tool for improvement, right? Now, then how do you think that parents can use SAFAL? Chat box, please, again. How do you think parents can use SAFAL? Please. How do you think parents can use SAFAL? Yes? Nobody? Nobody? Be more supportive. Wonderful. Yes. To know about their kid, assess their child, identify core strengths, know level, understand, train their child. Wonderful support. Wonderful. So you know it all, actually. So I will tell you how I can help, how as a parent, I can help my students. Madam, can you go to the next slide? Yes, see here. See here. So as you all said, whatever you have said is there in this slide. Okay. So I am not any, I don't have any magic wand with me. Yes, somebody has said that's what. Wonderful. Strength, weakness, opportunities, threat. Wonderful. This sort of, fantastic answer. Okay. So how this SAFAL can help the parents? Now, based on the report, the principal is calling for a chai with the principal. The parent can understand the strength as well as weakness, and wherever areas need or whichever areas need additional support, the parents also must be involved in the education of their child. Next, I very well know, even when I was in grade 10, you won't believe, I had a fantastic French teacher. My mother, okay? My mother has played a very crucial role in what I am today. So I still remember my mother learning certain things from my teacher and teaching it to me the way I could probably learn, So especially conjugation of verbs and things like that. I remember, and I have learned it from so many teachers. Biji ma'am is over here, in this podium. Some of my ex-colleagues from Indian School Muscat are here, and they've all been teachers to my children as well. And whenever I had a doubt, I would collaborate with them. I would ask them. They would probably be irritated with me, but I have done a role of a responsible parent in collaborating with my children's teachers for their success. Fine. That got over. Okay. Then home support. Yes. My child is not very academically strong. So what sort of I can probably give additional, support. Maybe I'm qualified, so I can sit and teach my own children, or I can send them for some sort of online learning, there's so many online platforms for learning. Yes, guidance towards a positive environment. Then next, setting realistic goals. Whatever you said, okay, it should be realistic, something which is achievable, something that is, something which is goal oriented, something which is possible, something that is interesting, So those type of goals have to be set, okay? Not that 24/7 making your child tutor, go for a tuition, or, make it very uninteresting for the child. The child is not a robot, okay? Yeah. And the child has to enjoy the learning process. Unfortunately, this is how the scenario has been so far. but we are shifting the scenario from rote learning to making learning interesting. Then monitor the progress, right? I have said all this. So how has my child improved? July mathematics score was only 6 out of 20. How much is it in the next month? How much is it in the quarterly? Go meet the teachers often. Check formative assessment. How many tests have you conducted, madam? What is the score? How do you think is the homework checked properly? Give feedback. Is the homework checked properly? Is the homework adequate? Is the homework, challenging? Is too much of homework given? All this is what you should do as a parent to monitor the progress of your child, right? So that is, this is how parents can use SAFAL. Now, you should also know one important thing. How is SAFAL different from a year-end school exam? Madam, next slide, please. Yes. Okay. As again, I told you, it tests language only. It will test mathematics. It will test science. It will test EVS. It will only test competency. It measures the school and the students' performance. There is no detention. There is no promotion and all that. Okay. So your year-end exam will go as it is. This has got nothing to do with your year-end exam. Please keep, your minds very clear about the same. Okay. Now, you will ask me, madam, so many competencies. Where do I get to know about these competencies? Madam, can you go to the next slide, please? Where do I get to know about these competencies? You see, the CBSE actually spoon feeds all of us so brilliantly, actually. I'm showing these pictures because, I found this pictures in the CBSE website, okay? And I'm sharing all these details with you with the help of what they have given in their website. You see this, they have given some handbooks, and these handbooks are downloadable handbooks, okay? You see this, the first one, okay? This is a key resource book. The SAFAL handbook is a key resource book, okay? And it talks about all this assessment. What I have done is I have compiled everything, okay? And I have given you in a nutshell. So I don't think there'll be anything more than this, what I'm speaking to you today, okay? It also explains a little about how you should use assessment data and represent mechanisms at school level. So my request to you, please use this handbook. There is this, and you see this environmental studies and science assessment framework handbook. Now this, if you go and you download it, all your competencies, maybe from the 5th page, okay? I have downloaded, I can even share it with Salam sir tomorrow, okay? So I have downloaded those PDF, those files, which I can share it with you so that you can easily look at what are the competencies that are going to be probably be tested. So you can guide your teachers onto preparing questions based on those competencies. Yes. Okay. Then the next one. Okay. 1 minute. Now, madam, can you go to the next slide?
Yes.
See, I took the competencies for grade 3. There are plenty, plenty means plenty. Okay. Grade 3 and grade 5 and grade 8. I have put some, I'm telling you, maybe this may be probably 2% of the entire list. Okay. And grade 3, grade 5 and grade 8. What are some of the competencies they would be testing in mathematics? I would just give you what you call solve problems involving time, using different currency units, then solve problems involving measurement. Always the shape problems are very difficult, so please focus on them. Acquiring understanding of 2D shapes, how many sides, how many angles. It's a little tough. Then corners, how many corners, how many diagonals, for then, draw 3D shapes as cubes or cuboids using the given nets. See, so this was just 2% from that file which I have taken and I have shared with you. So my request to all these school teachers would be to go to that file, okay, and take all the competencies and hand it over to your respective teachers. Some of y'all would be leaders over here in this, quite a few of y'all would be leaders or teachers, teaching these subjects. So whatever you have learned, please share it with your teachers. Madam, the next slide.
Yes.
Now, for grade 5, some I found, I just put a few because I can't put everything together. Identifying the pattern in a square number, identifying a line of symmetry in two-dimensional shapes, recognizing the type of angles by their magnitude, identifying parallel lines and perpendicular lines, classifying angles as right angles, acute angle, obtuse angle, and represent the same by, tracking and drawing. So these are some of the competencies. So where is this competency available? Can you please type? Can you please type? Where is this competency available? Where is this competency available? Please type. Nobody knows? No, it's in the handbook, Sujita. Very good. So it is available in this handbook. Very good. From the SAFAL handbook. Now, madam, go to the next slide again. Go to the next slide. Yes, the grade 8. See here. Beautiful. Calculate area of trapezium and rhombus using the formula. Okay. Then find the value of an expression based on the given value of the variable. Solve puzzles and daily life problems using variables. Okay. Then determine compound interest using a given transaction. Solve contextual problems related to ratio using direct and inverse proportion. So I've just given you a brief this thing, and same thing why I'm telling you, I'll just go to the, yeah, madam, the next slide. Just go to the next slide. Yes. Now you see this, there is this, I showed you the general book. I showed them, I think, the EVS one, correct? The science one. Now you see, they have something called as this mathematics assessment framework handbook, right? So in this book, you will find what are the competencies that are going to be tested. So that's where I have mentioned it over here. Now, the next one. Now go to the next slide, madam.
Yes.
The next one, same thing for language, the same framework assessment book is available. Please go into this book, check the competencies, give these competencies. You yourself can create a book on your own, looking at these competencies. Okay. So that is one thing. Okay. Right. Now, next, madam. Yes. Now, just like how you are participating in these webinars, okay, this journey of SAFAL began right early as 2021. Please go to the SAFAL website. There are 2-3 very, very lovely, small meetings which are recorded. My humble request to you would be to just go through the same. It's wonderful, actually. In fact, in the same, I think our Abdul Salam sir would agree with me. In that Bharat Sahodaya also, sir, I think that principal from Pune had done something on SAFAL, if I'm right, sir.
Yes, Mahajan, Priti Mahajan.
Yes. So these use that, because see, I will give from one perspective, madam will give from another perspective, sir will give from. So my request to you, generally we will cover all the points, but try to listen to as many resource persons as possible. Okay, right. Now, okay. Please, madam, this has to be understood again. So can you put on the display the next one? Now see here. Now, you have all the schools registered for this SAFAL examination, sir? Have they registered? Would they have registered, sir?
They must have registered because it is for all the CBSE affiliated schools.
Yes, fantastic. So, and remember, this examination will be conducted in a digital mode. Okay, there are some hardware requirements, there are some software requirements which are also a part of that handbook. Okay, so this is also another circular, very, very important circular, which relates to the current year's SAFAL examination. Okay. Yes. Can you go to the next one, ma'am? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Can you go to the next one? Yes.
Yeah.
So here, see here, registration till 20th February. See, I found out when your SAFAL assessment will be conducted. It will be conducted in July 2024, and report generation would be done in the month of August 2024. That is where I'm requesting Salam sir to have another session in August. Okay, maybe end of August, sir. Okay. Yes. Now comes the most interesting part of the session. Madam, can you start helping me? Yes, next slide. Okay. Next
Yes.
slide.
Yes, ma'am. This year only for class 5 and 8.
5 and 8. Yes, correct. Very true. Yes. So now this is the sample. This is the type of question that they will give for grade 5. This is the type of questions that they will give. They will give reading comprehension. Madam, can you just copy that question and put? Now this will not move. Okay. There are, I think, 3-4 questions. We're going to see the fastest finger again to make learning very effective. Okay.
Madam, it will be conducted for schools outside India as well.
Yes, everybody,
Since it is
all
online.
CBSE affiliated schools. Yes.
Yeah. The test is online.
Yes, test is online. Correct. Yes. So teachers, are we ready? Yes. Are we ready?
It says the message is.
Huh?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
it says the message is too long to be pasted in the chat box.
No, the question.
I'll share
question.
The
Only
questions,
the
right?
question. Yeah, only the question.
Yeah, only the question.
Yes.
Ma'am, what I did was, meanwhile, while you were doing the session, I created some of them in a link where you can see them on the link itself. So shall I post that link?
Yeah, please post it. We want our teachers to enjoy the session. That is the important thing.
Yes, just give me a minute for it.
So please quickly go through this passage. Madam Anuradha has posted this wonderful passage. Okay. And I took this passage from one of the SAFAL question papers that were available online. Okay. School has, beautifully created this question paper. Okay. Now let me see who is the first person to answer the first question. Okay.
I have shared a link, ma'am, for all the participants. I have shared a link. I request you all to click on the link. Some of the questions are there, and how much I could do, I put it there, ma'am. Later on, I'll put it in the chat box.
Yes.
And I'll be sharing the screen as well so that you can see the responses. Yes.
Yes, fine. So let us see. Okay. Now the first question. Okay. Now the first question is very beautiful. The desert may have dash and dash. Come on. The desert may have dash and dash. Who is the first? Oh, okay. No. See, you have to read the passage and then reply. Read the passage and then reply. See, the answers to the passage, the comprehension will be in the passage. Okay, fine. Come on, tell me. Yes.
So these are the answers which the participants are giving.
Yes, hills and mountains is the correct answer. Now, you need not be, very upset also that your answer is right or wrong. Okay, so please, don't worry about it. If a place has little or no water or vegetation, people usually call it a green island, call it a desert, love that place, none of the above. Fantastic. Fat came the answer. Fat came the answer. Call desert. Oh. The answer came, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. The next question. Okay. We'll make now. What is the synonym? What is the synonym? Okay, of the word tropical? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it polar? Or is it frigid? Yes, somebody by the name Vivo. Wonderful. Warm is the correct answer. Next, what is wonderful, wonderful, excellent, excellent, fantastic. Now, the next question. What is the antonym of the word wasteland? What is the antonym of the word wasteland? Is it desert? Is it wilds? Is it grassland? Or is it barren land? Yes. It is grassland. Wonderful. It is grassland. Okay. It is antonym. It is not synonym. Please see, this is how the questions will be tricky. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Superb. Okay. Madam, now show them the questions. We just did the, yes. Now just show. See, if you notice one important thing, you notice this. This is the type of questions students will get. Okay. This thing. And generally, it will revolve around the passage for English. And your English basically contains comprehension passages. It should reflect understanding of the child. The child should understand the passage to answer the questions that follow. Okay, the next one, madam.
Yes.
Yes. Now, see this, the desert may have the same type. You see, we just did these questions, question 2, question 3. See, it has, and then this question 4 and this question 5, right? Yes. Now, the next one. Now, beautiful. This is
timetable.
Yes, this timetable one is another very beautiful question. Okay, exercise. Okay. Now, just look at this, madam. In fact, they can answer directly. On which day? On which day does Rohit go to the library? Which day does Rohit go to the library? Just see, which day? Wednesday. Very good. Excellent. See, this is the type of question that they will ask. Wonderful. Then the next, which subject does Rohit study for 2 periods together? Which subject does Rohit study for 2 periods together? Hindi. Wonderful. Wonderful answer. Very, very good. Excellent. Excellent. Now, the next one. How many art classes does Rohit have in a week? How many? Yes. Fantastic. The fastest finger was, madam, who was the fastest here? I'm not able to.
Yeah, the answers are going too fast.
Top it is going. Yes. 3. Very good.
Yes.
So
3,
there
Sujita ma'am. Sujita ma'am is
Sujita. Wonderful. So Rohit has got 3 art classes in a week. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. Okay. Now, madam, show them these
I'll go.
questions.
Yes.
So we'll show them how it has to be done. So on which day see how the questions revolve? Nothing. The child has to see, interpret, and then write here the answer. Simply, mugging up doesn't work. Which study does Rohit study for 2 periods together? Which subject? Okay. So he has to check. He has to find out. He has to analyze, then reply. And how many art classes? So here, child can again make a mistake, probably sometimes in counting, sometimes in visualization. So, how many art classes does Rohit have in a week? This is again multiple choice. Yes, madam. 1 minute. Now, another very, 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 very beautiful area. Okay. Now, and madam, the next one. Go to the next one. Yes. Now, fingers on your chat box. Okay. My first question to you. The price of 12 liters. Oh, what came the answer? Samreen Sheikh. The price of 12 liters of milk is 96. What is the price of 10 liters of milk? Wonderful. But even before I read the question, answer came. It was 80 liters. Wonderful. Excellent. Madam, the next question. The next question.
Yes, ma'am. Just go.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. A bag contains 60 balls. 3/4 of them are red and balance are blue. So how many dash blue balls? How many dash blue balls? How many dash? Fantastic. 45. Yes. So 3/4 into 60 gives 3 into 15. That is 45 red balls. So there are actually 15 blue balls, right? Fantastic, fantastic,
15
super.
is the answer.
Yes, 15 is the answer. See the type of questions. See, when you are enjoying the questions, how your students will enjoy. Okay. Now, this is a little, you have to calculate. A vendor supplies what you call milk, okay? 105 liters of milk to a hotel in the morning and 85 liters of milk in the evening. If the milk costs rupees 20 per liter, how much money is due to the vendor per day? Come on, tell me.
Ma'am, already answers are there. Sulba ma'am said D,
3,800.
Bindu ma'am said that
Wonderful. No, ma'am.
3,800.
Yes, they have to. This is the speed at which their students also are expected to perform. That is what I'm trying to teach them. Yes, fantastic, fantastic, superb, superb. Right. Okay. Now let me go to the next one. What now? This is a little tricky. What will be the remainder when 540838 is divided by 12? Come on, let's see. Who is the smartest person? Let's see. Have the answers come in? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Fast, fast, fast. 10, is it 10? Is it 11? Nope, it's not 11. It's not 9.
So we're only left with one answer.
Ah, yes, it is.
Oh,
The remainder is actually 10,
10 is an
See, another thing I'll tell you, the key to this thing, whenever you are giving something to your students, okay, this is one lesson which I have learned. Whenever you are giving something to your students, first, please try it out and check before you are telling the students that 10 is the correct answer. Even before, sir, even this I practiced today, worked out the problem to ensure that the correct answer is, given to the teachers, right? Fantastic, superb, very, very
Going
good.
to the next one.
Yes, this is another very interesting question. Make the 5 digits, now this is again little tricky. Make the 5-digit greatest and least number using 85903 only once and find their difference. Come on. Come on, let me see. What is the difference? I only want the difference.
The choice is not, the option is not in the choice.
No, it's not. Only out of this.
Out of the choice.
Yes, yes, nope, nope, nope. See, they themselves 2 or wrong answers are eliminated.
Yeah.
No.
Participants, please look at the choices from A, B,
Yes,
C, D.
one person is already given, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
7941. See, so what is the okay?
Bindu ma'am has given us one.
Yes, ma'am. Now, what is the greatest 5-digit number? Please type. What is the greatest 5-digit number that you have got? Please. Yes. Please type the greatest 5-digit 98530.
Yes, 98530.
Wonderful. That has come. What is the smallest 5-digit number? What is the smallest 5-digit number? Yes, that has also come. 3589. So when you subtract 98530 minus 30589, you get 67941. Okay. This was again, these sort of questions will appear in your paper. Okay. Now, madam, the next one. Again, very interesting. I picked up also questions which are very easy and interesting. Okay. Ravi was given a magnet and a few objects to play with and observe. Which of the following set of objects will be attracted by the magnet? So come on, type which one? A, B, C, or D? Only the letter you type. D. I am sorry, I didn't see that. I am so sorry. Yes, most of them have typed D. Wonderful. Obviously, iron pins and iron nails will be the set of objects that will be attracted by the magnet. Right. Wonderful. Next question, ma'am.
Yes.
Next question. Yes. What would you plant in the soil to get a new rose plant in your garden? What is your answer? Stem. Wonderful. Somebody has already put it. Yes, B. Yes. B. Wonderful. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now see the next question. Harish is a nature lover. He always wants to act. Now this, little slowly, please do it little slowly. He always wants to act in an eco-friendly way, whereas his brother is opposite to him. His brother always throws daily waste and garbage in open vacant spaces. What advice Harish should give to his brother to minimize the pollution? What? Yes, answers have come, ma'am. It is
Yes,
B, right? Separate the wet and the dry in a different container. Now you notice these are life skill questions. So there, what you teach in your assemblies, what you teach as a school, culturally teach your school in science classes, your recycling programs, all this, they will apply that knowledge into real life situations, right? Now, next one, which source of energy is eco-friendly? Is it the sun? Is it the wind? Is it running water, or all of the above? Yes, all of the above. What has come the answer? Very, very good. Excellent. Fabulous. Fantastic. Right? Now, let me go to the next one. Beautiful. Animals depend on plants for food, or is it for shelter? Is it for oxygen? Or is it for all of these? Everybody has there. Yes, it is all of the above. Obviously, animals depend on plants for their food. They depend on plants for shelter. Their home, it's a home for many animals. And obviously, we depend on, plants for, oxygen. Definitely. Right now. Now, this is again a little tough aspect, madam.
Should I go to the next slide?
Yes, please go to the next slide. Okay. Now, although I'm going to touch upon this very briefly, you have to understand that is where I'm going to touch upon it very briefly. You should know how a SAFAL test is, how they give the report. Okay. Little I'm going to tell you today. There is something called as a proficiency scale. Now, don't look at these words. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? What is a proficiency scale? It assesses how much mastery has been gained by the student, and it also shows exactly what level the student is, okay? And why is a proficiency scale used? For results, it helps to understand students' skills and progress, and teachers will also know. Next, this thing I will show the picture, so they will know it. Even I'll repeat it. So teachers will know which areas the students need to work on and how they can teach differently to help the students to improve. Madam, the next slide, because
yes, ma'am.
Yes, now.
This one.
Yes. Now you see here. You just see here. Look at that bar graph which is given below. Okay. Now, how many levels does this scale indicate? You just look at the bar graph below and tell me how many levels? How many levels? How many levels? 4. Yes, answer has come 4. Now, what are the 4 levels? Yes, there are 4 levels. What are the 4 levels? One, you see that pink one, below basic, then your basic yellow bar, then the proficient bar, and the advanced bar. Okay. And they are in the range of 100 to 500. Okay. And if you see, the reports will come in the of your particular school, as well as how your school has done in the region. Now, when they say region, it could be I will show you that also slide I'm having. Okay, it could also, mean, the state. It could mean the district. It shows that later. Now, I want to explain to you 4 key words. Now, you see this word called proficient. I hope you are able to see this green bar. Now, when they use this word proficient for the child in the report card, it means that the child is doing well at that appropriate grade level. Now, if the report card is showing advanced, it means that the child is a little ahead of the grade level. But where as a teacher you should be worried is if the child is at the basic level or the below basic level. Now, basic level means it is one level below the level of being proficient. Okay. And below basic means it is 2 levels below being proficient. So these 2 areas you have to really look for in your report card, the below basic as well as the basic. Madam, can you go?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Now, what is a raw score? You should know this. I'm only going to tell you key terminology today. In August, when sir conducts another session, we will, interpret easily. Okay. You yourself will, come with your school, this thing, and we can have a one-to-one, a session like this. What is a raw score? I am getting 62 out of 100 in a chemistry, in an EVS SAFAL report. That is my raw score, 62. When I convert that 62 as a percentage, okay, percent correct is raw score converted into percentage, okay, like 40 out of 50 questions would be 80%, okay. So, and scaled scores is what all this SAFAL exams practice. And I went through a couple of sites, and these scaled scores are actually, determined by the test administrators. Now it is like this, there are students who are getting have got in the range of 0 to 40, say if they've got. Now, in the 0 to 40, who are in that 4 broad scales that I have mentioned to you? Are they in that very basic, or are they in that basic, or are they in the proficient, or in the advanced? So this would probably be decided by the test administrators. Okay, next.
Yes.
Now, this is another silly thing, but I wanted it to explain it to you. Priya takes a very easy test, okay, a simple test. Shantanu takes a very difficult test. So since Priya takes an easy test, her test score is higher. But Shantanu's may not be as high as Priya. So does not mean that Priya, it doesn't, just because her score is higher, does not mean that Priya is more skilled than Shantanu, okay? And what happens is, because of this scaled score, it helps in consistent tracking of the students' progress. This is a small example, right, madam? Can you?
Yes.
Now, this is another beautiful table. See here, proficiency distribution. See, I told you the result will give you school-wise, it will give you region-wise, it will give you state-wise, it will give you district-wise, it will give you all India-wise. Okay. Now, so if you notice, most of this graph, where is it leaning towards to? Which area does it lean towards to? Come on, tell me. Which area does it lean towards to? Which proficiency is it more distributed towards? Tell me. Nobody is able to tell me this? Which, is it, yes, it is leaning towards basic. You should be able to interpret this graph. Now, where is it the least? Which proficiency distribution is the least in this graph? Tell me. Advanced, yes. So, okay, very good. And where is it alarming as well? Where is the proficiency distribution a little more alarming? Is it basic? No, it's not basic. Below basic. Very good. It is even alarming because, if you find close to 14%, 12%, or 9%, or 13% students who are not at that appropriate level of the class. Basic means they are at that appropriate level of the given class. Proficient means that they are higher than the class. Advanced means, proficient means they belong to that same grade level. Advanced means they belong to a level, one level higher. Basic means one level lower, and below basic means two levels lower, right? So this is how a proficiency distribution will actually, this thing. Okay, what does this percentage help us? It helps us to understand a couple of things. Okay, it will show us how many students are at which level. Okay, if you notice in this particular graph, whichever, or a diagram which is represented in this PowerPoint, you notice that region wise, is it the highest, or school wise, is it the highest? Tell me, is it highest the school wise? So yes, you see here. Can somebody interpret this graph region wise? It says of all the schools, CBSE schools who have taken part in the SAFAL test in the region, we find that 38.52% of the students are at proficient level. We find that 19.44% of the students are at the advanced level, and 29.33% are at the basic level. So one step lower and below basic level in the region, we find that 12.71% of the students are below basic level. This is how we are expected to interpret these pictures. Okay, fine. Madam, the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 1 minute. What is the next one? Yes. Now, sometimes also you will notice that there is no numerical marking on the proficiency level. This means that actually there is no student who has reached that particular level. So this also you should know. Okay. So very, very small percentage of the students may be there, which is very negligible. So probably that is where they don't put that percentage over there. If you notice here also in this graph, 54.81% of the students are at basic level, 28.74% are at the proficient level, and 22.2% of the students are below basic level. Okay. Yes. What is, yes. I have to acknowledge, right? I have gone through the CBSE website. I have gone through the CBSE circulars, as well as this practice paper, which was provided by the OP Jindal group, which was in this open, learning forum. Okay. And always we should acknowledge sources which help us in learning. So I acknowledge, the people who have created this thing. Yes, and here I come to an end of this presentation. If anybody has any questions, I would be very greatly honored to answer your questions.
Participants, any
Yes.
queries? This is your chance. Get your queries clarified by raising your virtual hands.
Yes. Will these scores be reflected in OSS? I don't think so. I don't think so. No. Any mock test will be there. Sir, you yourself can conduct a mock test. There is no need of, I was so upset when I, saw that mock test. I mean, those books which are conducted, which are prepared for this purpose. So I was very upset. Will they be a part? I don't think so. I don't think so. They will not be a part of anything. And they have also very clearly stated that, it is only for improvement. Okay. See, how will SAFAL be conducted for special children or for children with special needs? See, sir, all said and done, anyway, you can even keep a scribe. There's nothing great. You can keep and generally this special children are good at handling computers. Okay, they are good at it. So there's nothing great about it. You can always conduct this. You can give them more additional time. What is the aim? The aim is to understand where they are. So whether you give them 2 hours or 1 hour, but you should be honest in your reporting. That is all I always say.
What is the difference?
Difference between NAS and SAFAL. See, NAS is called is nothing but a national achievement survey. Okay, it's a national level large scale assessment. Okay, conducted in to obtain information about learning achievements of students of classes 3, 5, 8, and 10 studying in state government schools, government aided schools, private unaided school, and central government schools. Ours are all CBSE schools. Yes. What about the students in the Gulf? Schools are, see, sir, when I have always felt the most friendly board is the CBSE board. I don't know, I'm a little partial towards the CBSE because I worked for 20 years with this board. Okay. So they are very pupil friendly. Okay. So I'm sure they will keep in mind whenever they do an assessment, they will keep in mind. I know I worked in the Gulf and so they will definitely keep in mind all this when they do the assessment. I don't see any problem over here. What is the reason? Yes, this is a very interesting question. Now, what happens? 10, 12 is the board thing. What happens? Many people, they forget about learning, parents who are serious. Okay. So, at leaving one class, they are doing it because you will know exactly what are the gaps. Okay. And why they have to do leaving one, the gaps don't widen too much. This is the actual reason, for conducting it, in a very friendly manner. Widening of gaps, there would be greater widening. And probably all that they may select some more classes a little later on. This could be probably their pilot. Yes, any other questions?
So participants, any more questions? You can raise your virtual hand if you would like to ask it. There are no more questions.
Now, sorry, 1 minute. So
Yes.
all classes will be, as of now, they're only saying 5 and 8. 3, 5, and 8 only. Yes. So there is no other class.
Priya ma'am, your camera is off.
No. Wait. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes. Yes. Sorry.
I think all questions are answered. We can wind up.
Yes, sir. Yes. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead with the vote of thanks.
Yes.
Thank
yes.
you, ma'am. Ma'am, we had started, the session with 300 participants, which is a full house. And by the end also, we still had 300 participants glued on to the webinar. So thank you once again. Your words of wisdom have added to the intellectual pursuits of our esteemed participants here. And I would like to extend our gratitude and appreciation for Ms. Priya Murali for enlightening us with boundless discourse. I'm sure we are better equipped and are ready to take SAFAL to our schools with confidence and guide our young learners to reap maximum benefits out of it. Also, ma'am, we are eagerly waiting for your next session in August for interpretation of SAFAL results as well. Yeah, and I also want to note the first point that you started off with, ma'am, which is really something which relaxed me also as a teacher, is that no panic, and teaching will do the magic. So that will always be in my mind. And all right, dear participants, kindly note the link of certificate and the feedback form has been already posted. Your feedback is important. You are requested to fill up the form with all the necessary details. I, Anuradha Ravindran, along with Extra Mile Education and Training, would like to thank Dr. Abdul Salam for his boundless support and guidance. Thank you, sir, for such a great opportunity. Above all, I would want to express my gratitude to each and every one of our amazing participants who have been the life of the session by constantly filling up the chat box with their questions and comprehension, the answers, prompt answers, I should say. And your enthusiasm motivates us to come up with many more such interesting sessions. I sincerely hope we earned the privilege of your time. I would like to ask Salam sir to conclude the meeting. We shall meet you in the next engaging session with another distinguished resource. Thank you, everyone. May you all continue to be happy and wise. Over to you, Salam sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Anuradha, ma'am. That was a great job done by you and along with our very senior resource person, Priya Murli, ma'am. So thanks to Anuradha, ma'am, and Priya Murli, ma'am. Well, Priya, ma'am, it was a very turbo session, powerful, I should
Yes.
say. So the energy level you maintained from the beginning till the end is amazing. And more than informative, the session was motivation. Nobody could motivate teachers like this. So everyone must have felt motivated, inspired by your talk, as the way you were handling, and also the way you were, presenting also reflected our greatest, scientist, APJ Abdul Kalam. The way you converse, speak, and definitely. So you are an asset to the nation. You are contributing. See, you have a great, great years of service, and you still continue learning. That is an inspiration. In every session we ask for, Priya ma'am ask for participants to join courses and learn, no matter what the age is. So that is the inspiration we have to look for, and we have to take from Priya ma'am. Ma'am, we are sorry to invite you late, but we will continue this.
No, no problem, sir.
So thank you so much. Your service is very essential, very,
Sir, one important thing, somebody has written in the chat box, I got again angry with this person. Are there any books for SAFAL? Please don't use any books.
Correct.
Sir, you and I will, sir, please, I get scared when I see these,
Those are the gone days. Those days are gone. Now it is based on competency. We have to make the children competent enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the only specific book for this exam is the handbooks, ma'am.
Yes, very correct. They should use only the competencies in the handbook. Yes.
Correct.
I've shared the link also in the chat box.
Yes, fantastic. Yes.
And can we share the PPT with the teachers?
Yes, sir. The latest one I have given it to Anuradha.
Yes,
that should be used, sir.
Okay, yes, Anuradha ma'am, please send to me.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Thank you so much. It was
Thank
wonderful,
you, everyone.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Keep connected, ma'am.
Yes. You call me, I will come, sir. Anytime.
Every month we should do one topic.
Yes, we will do, sir. We will do.
Okay. Thank you.
Give me the fourth Saturday, last Saturday.
Okay, that is reserved for you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anuradha ma'am. Wonderful comparing. Very soft person you are.
Correct. Very confident. Very confident. She is doing for the first time. Yeah.
Yes, very nicely you have done. Very nicely.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, among so many resource persons, she's really very good. I was just seeing all that. Yes. Thank you. Sir, thank you very much. Thank you. Namaste.
Biju sir, thank you for your time. Biju sir was here.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Good night. Take care.
Take care.
Good night. Yeah.
Good night.